Dave Paddy Palmer welcoming you to the coverage of the Junior A hurling final of 2001 between Courcey Rovers and Charleville. This production will include pre-match footage, the all-important game, presentations, speeches, interviews, a visit to Ballinspittle and Ballinadee. It was produced without editing or retakes, and without doubt errors of identification will occur. However, knowing the people involved, I know your forgiveness will be totally complete. So sit back and enjoy what was really a great day for Courcey Rovers GA Club. Yes, indeed, as we watch down underneath us, Courcey Rovers from Ballinspittle, Ballinadee, Garristown and that general surrounding area make their way onto the pitch. And if they play hurling like they jump the photographic bench, let me tell you, they could be serious contenders for this, the County Junior A hurling final. Charleville stand in the way. They've been there in the past. Unfortunately, on each of those occasions, one single point meant the difference between the bitter pill of defeat and the sweet cup of victory. Today, though, maybe a different story. We have to wait and see what will be the outcome of this one. Charleville getting ready inside in the dressing room. They'll be on their way shortly, and I can see out there as well, of course, the team coach Sean O'Brien brought into the side for this year's campaign. But this ain't no one-man show. You have fabulous selectors in John Blocky O'Brien, as they call him, Chris Cochran and Kevin Hannon, also very much involved. And the Courcey Rovers team doing the customary puck around before the game and making sure that everything is okay. It gives us maybe an opportunity to briefly run through the team. We'll do that again a few times before the afternoon will pass away. In goal, Anto Hegarty. The full back line, we've got Brian Hayes from Castle Park. Niall O'Donoghue is at full back and left corner back. Well, at the moment that says John O'Donoghue. The half back line, David Murphy, Vincent Hurley and Timmy Lorden make up the half back line. In the middle of the park we've Charlie White and Seamus Toomey. The half forward line, Seamus Hayes, Dennis Toomey and John Murphy, and the full forward line sees Michael O'Donovan, Brian Hayes and Niall Murphy, and the photograph being taken down there, bonding being formed, Vincent Hurley and Seamus Toomey, and all the back boys decided we're going to link arms because this surely is a big day for Courcey Rovers. They come here on the back of fabulous victories in their campaign so far. Beat Carrigaline 11 points to 8, Ballygavin 4-17 to 1-6. Next up were Ballinhassig in the Southeast final. Michael O'Donovan getting the all-important goal, 112 to 8 points. In the county quarter-final, they went absolutely berserk and shot 6-17 against Gwynedd 2-7. And in the county semi-final against the Westerners, it was O'Mahonas who went down on a score line of 1-9 to 8 points. Yes, indeed, and the men of Charleville have now arrived on the scene, and they, instead of jumping over the bench, they decided that maybe they'll sit on it first of all and have their photograph taken. It's a big day for Charleville, of course, as well. They have never ever won this particular championship, and they've been beaten in a couple of finals away back through the years, but this particular year they come with a very talented side. Remember, these two teams did meet a couple of years ago at under 21 level. On that occasion it was a late score, I think, which swung it in favour of Courcey Rovers, and certainly the team that have defeated Newtown, Kilworth, Fermoy, Dromine and Fremont all on the way to this year's final. As we look at the team there, it gives us an opportunity to go through them quickly. In goal they've got Martin O'Keefe, the full back line Tony McAuliffe, Des Fitzgerald and PJ Cobbs. The half back line Noel O'Keefe, John O'Donnell and Claude Goff. the middle of the park. We've Brian Foley and Alan O'Connor back after a little bit of suspension. Paul Gamble, Martin Ahern and Tomas Fitzgibbon make up the half forward line, and in the full forward line, John Collins, Mervyn Gamble and the team captain, and John Quinlan, who will wear the number 15 jersey. I can imagine the maybe a little problem with the clash of jerseys, and for the supporters the red and white for both sides, but Charleville come into this game, and the reading through yesterday's Examiner, where Brendan Larkin said they'd absolutely nothing to lose, and that this may be the spot, if you like, that would enable them to defeat Courcey Rovers in this championship. Whatever way it's going to go, it's a mouth-watering prospect down there. I can see Tony Butler, the team coach, having final words of encouragement for this side. So all in all, a hectic battle ahead of us for this afternoon's Junior A hurling final. And of course, part and parcel of any county final day is the customary parade behind the Castlelyons pipe band. And in the near side here, the striped red and white of Courcey Rovers, and in the far, the Cork colours, if you like, of the men from Charleville up in the North Cork area. I'm joined in a commentary position today by Dick Matthews from the 103 FM Sports Department. Dick hails from the North Cork area. And Dick, I suppose first of all, whether you hail from North, West or South Cork, this certainly is an intriguing battle.
Well, it is, of course, Paddy, and the Junior Championship, indeed, as we have said in many occasions, is one of the best championships, I suppose, to win in the county, because, like, obviously you have to win your own division and then come out and beat the winners of the rest of the divisions. And a shrewd man from Bandon one time, Sean Crowley, who I think is still head and hearty down there and attending county boards. I attended the county board with him for a good few years, and he always said that the Junior Hurling Championship was the best one to win, and I think he's dead right. And the two teams that's out here today, Paddy, it's an All-Ireland for them, there's no doubt about it. Courceys, I suppose, have been there before in was it 97 and 99 or something, and in between they won the under-21 championship, so the bulk of that team would be probably performing here today. Charleville haven't come here before. It's a long time since they were even played in Páirc Uí Chaoimh. I think some of their lads would, of course, alright, but they're coming up here with, I suppose, more hope than anything else. They have won the Junior Championship in Avondale for the first time since 1986, so it's a big boost for them down there, and they're coming up, as I say, more hope than anything else. But I suppose Courcey would be favourites, but conditions look very good out there now, Paddy. We were wondering earlier on, were they going to be as good after the match yesterday, but certainly they look good. Whether they will cut up or not later on, we'll only have to wait and see. But I think we're in for a great game, Paddy.
And I suppose, Dick, always, and you were so right in mentioning that the Junior Championship is such a hard one to win. The consequences of defeat, though, are absolutely frightening, because you must go way back down again and play your own championship, and you may never ever appear here again.
Well, that's true, Paddy, and that is why it is, I suppose, that there's so much tension going into this game, and both teams are going to be hyped up for this one, because, as you say, a win here today, you're on to the intermediate championship next year. It's a big step up for any club to be going into an intermediate championship, and very few teams go on and actually win the intermediate championship. It has been done on a few occasions, but as you say, it's back down to the drawing board again for anyone that loses today. The only thing that I suppose if you had a young team, you might have some bit of consolation in saying, right, we're young, we're up here today, it's our first time up like Charleville, but nevertheless they want to go up and play intermediate. They're down for a long time now, so it's all to play for, definitely, Paddy.
Yes, and just as we watch the Castlelyons pipe band making their way across here to the cover stand, and a big crowd, of course, gathered underneath us here in the stand for this one. And as Dick so rightly pointed out, it's All-Ireland final day. It's the greatest match you'll ever play if you're from the clubs of Courcey Rovers and Charleville. This afternoon's County Junior A hurling final. And over the next hour or so, we'll be bringing you the match. And then on after that, hopefully interviews and a little bit more with various members of the winning squad. Just checking down on the sideline, and of course I suppose, take another consideration, Tony Butler, who's been through it all before. And of course we also have Sean O'Brien, two very, very seasoned managers indeed. Tony, of course, very much involved with St. Finbarrs and involved with the county. And of course also we've got Sean O'Brien, who is involved, and we'll go to Dick in a minute to talk about the influence that they may have it. But the Castle Lions pipe band just getting ready for their rendition of our national anthem. Yes, time when fantasy will become reality any moment now. And right down underneath us, the Courcey Rovers men go for their final huddle. The 15 players who've been selected by the three-man, four-man selection committee to do business this afternoon. They're after having their final gathering before they go out to do business. We'll check to know if there are any changes in the Courcey Rovers team. There may be one or two on the half-back line. Already bottles of water coming in from the sideline. One or two players taking a slug just before the start of this one. Brian Hayes from Killereran going back into the full forward. The referee checking and shaking hands with both players. And well, we'll just keep a watching brief as to what's happened before the end of this one. And it's underway here in Portlakeeve, the County Junior A hurling final. Charleville getting the good start at the very beginning and playing it in towards Morris Gamble inside at full forward. Or Mervyn Gamble, I should say. Gamble making his way forward. And Gamble shoots. Can he get that one over the bar? The first wide of the afternoon from Mervyn Gamble. Just to make sure that everything, we keep a watching brief on who's playing where. And we see already that there's a switch in the Courcey Rovers team. Niall Murphy is out from the corner, out to wing forward. And I think some of these switches were well documented down in Courcey Rovers country. The puck out, and a huge puck out from Anto down right up to the half-hour line. Dennis Toomey move it on a little bit. And good play by them, but the Ballinspittle men, can they get it further back into field as they win possession? Yes, and a huge sheer go up. They have a huge attendance. Is it Charlie White? I wonder that's on at the end of their Seamus Toomey, I think it was. And out over the line, and sometimes some opposition up here if we get one or two names wrong. You'll have to forgive us. That was Charlie White, because numbers hard to read on the back of those Courcey's jerseys. I'm sure the manufacturers weren't too worried when they were putting those numbers on them. As we watch here, and the free taker supreme himself, Niall Murphy, All-Ireland intermediate medal, just a shot a week or two ago, and a lovely high strike, the finest strike I've seen in many years from Niall Murphy. Didn't go over the bar, but certainly Dick, worth commenting on that sideline cut.
Paddy, a beautiful strike there. And of course, Niall Murphy, as we know him, he has won an intermediate medal already this year with Cork, and he's certainly showing his worth there in that sideline ball. So Charles will have to be very careful both with frees and with line balls that they don't concede too many, because certainly Courcey Rovers will punish him, Paddy.
And a massive catch in the middle of the park by Brian Foley. Remember, the brother plays a little bit of soccer across the pond, but here Brian, and good play, and away come Courcey Rovers, and Vincent Hurley getting it out, but out over the line on the far side of the field. And it's going to be a line ball over there to the men of Charleville. We've a minute and nearly 2 minutes gone. We've yet to register a score on the scoreboard down there, but they will come, have no worries about that one. And this line ball to be taken by Paul Gamble, one of the two Gamble brothers. He's trying to find Mervyn inside. He has found Mervyn Gamble, and referee spotting there that maybe Niall O'Donoghue did a little bit of chopping, and already the referee is in there, and he's definitely doing a little bit of screeve. Niall has been down this road in the past, and he has had little brief discussions with referees from time to time. They won't worry him a single iota, let me tell you. But it's a free in and a free to be taken by the sharpshooter himself. I think it's John Quinlan going across to take it. John Quinlan getting ready to take this one off the 20-metre line, and I presume this could be the opening score of this, the Junior A hurling final. Getting ready to take it. The 2001 Anto stands in front of his tree, and over the bar it goes, and a good point indeed from John Quinlan, the opening score of the game, coming after 3 minutes. Timmy Lorden instant draft back right from the start, and Seamus Vincent Hulley out to wing back from the team that was selected, and Charleville go attacking again, and Courceys good defending back there. Can they get it out the field? And Charleville certainly come into this game with great hopes indeed, and the ball further inside towards Melvin Gamble. Gamble is on the move again, and he turns inside. He could slot this one over the bar. Well, he probably should have done a little bit better, and Anto, with all the coolness of the world, will leave that one out for a wide ball. They won't be too worried about the wides as they go off out on that occasion. Huge puck out again by Anto, and this is a huge part of his game as he gets it out the far side of the field, but is coming back in again from Melvin Gamble. Can it be cleared out? And Timmy Lorden getting it. A great ball up the field by Timmy Lorden. He was in the US for a while, but back and can it be kept in play over there? Maybe it will be kept in play by Seamus Hayes. It doesn't go that far for a wide ball, or Brian Hayes I should say, out for a wide ball. The goalkeeper will be out to take it. Martin O'Keefe, the cool baller there, getting ready to take the puck out. And so 4 minutes gone. Courceys have yet to register a score on this one. Charleville already have done that. Coming from the free from the corner forward down there, John Quinlan, and the puck out from Martin O'Keefe. He decides, well, to vary it a little bit, and there's a massive pull there, but good play down again. And away come Niall Murphy in toward the full forward line. Can they get on Michael O'Keefe, or Michael O'Donnell is running across it? Can Courcey Rovers walk it through, I wonder? Massive, and Dennis Toomey's in there as well, but a great relieving clearance. This is a bright start indeed for the men of Charleville, but coming forward again at Courcey Rovers. Can they walk it up the field further? And the referee saying that that's perfectly all right. And Brian Hayes, the Castle Park man, out over the line, and a line ball. Paul Hogan from Watergrass or Carricktool, the linesman there, indicating that is a line ball to the men of Charleville. Already we see one helmet after being dispatched by one of the Charleville players. The line ball to be taken by Claude Goff. I'm sure there's a bit of French blood in his veins somewhere, as Claude Goff gets ready to take this one. As we keep reminding you, a point and no score in the early part of this, the Junior A hurling final. Goff getting ready to take it, and he's certainly doing the little flick of the hurley before he strikes it, and strikes it, I'm sure, it's up Alan O'Connor, and of course a big game to hit off every game, and they're moving forward again. This is dangerous from Charleville. Coming forward is the man who's got to go. John Quinlan is moving forward like a light, and if he puts this onto the left hand side, he could slap it over the bar, and comes off the post of the knockdown, and into the back of the net, would you believe? Oh my God, that was a disaster from the Courcey Rovers point of view, as that one registered in all the way into the back of the net. It came off the post, and down there to knock it off was the corner forward. John Collins, I think, is the player that probably slapped that one in, and certainly a disastrous start, if you like, for the men of Courcey Rovers. The puck out goes on its way. Who's going to get it? Alan O'Connor. And early on, it's all of Charleville, no denying of that whatever. Can Courcey Rovers come from behind? They trail by 4-1-1 to a point, as Charleville mount attack after attack in the early stages. And there's surely another opportunity here to John Quinlan. John Quinlan makes his way towards goal, and it's over the line, and it's goal number 2 for the Charleville men. John Quinlan getting that one into the back of the net. What a disastrous start for Courceys. And Dick Matthews, and well, Dick, a dream start for Charleville, but from Courcey Rovers an absolute disaster.
An absolute nightmare, Paddy, and I was just going to say before that the marking was very close, but certainly the Charleville opened up the defence there completely, Paddy. Now I suppose the first one just had to blame it. Maybe it deceived everyone. It hit the post and the corner forward was in to nip it in, but certainly that one, they left Quinlan go right through there, Paddy. There was no one at all came across to take him, and he had nothing to do when he slipped it past the goalkeeper. Certainly a great start for Charleville, but Courcey have it all to do now, Paddy.
Courcey have it all to do. They set up an attack here. Can they get a score, I wonder? Trying to get up there. Brian Hayes walking out maybe, and well, he picks it up himself as he moves his way forward. Gives it out to Niall Murphy. Can Niall Murphy get the opening score for the men of Courcey Rovers? And over the bar it goes. The opening point from the wing forward, Niall Murphy. But is the head already too mighty to climb, I wonder? Well, that's open to some conjecture, as the puck out will be on its way from Martin O'Keefe. Well, certainly early on in the game, 7 minutes, when you're 2 goals down, maybe there's only one way, is up. Surely you can't go further down. Can Courcey Rovers building it? The puck out is on its way. It's already after arriving, and it's moved forward. And driving forward there is Niall Murphy, trying to work it. There's great commitment required now. Dennis Tomey, as always, will definitely tell you, certainly sure that he won't be found wanting when it comes to moving Slither along the ground. And what is on the way doesn't really matter. There was a pull in there, but the referee said it was okay. But the ball is cleared out by Charleville. Out the field, they work it nicely as they come forward. Claude Goff, and Goff works it up the field further and out over the line ball to Courcey Rovers. Coming across to take this one is the right half back, David Murphy, getting ready to take it, 17 years of age. A senior cycle student at Kinsale Community School, and already an absolutely fabulous athlete, this young man. Well, certainly this is going to be a test of tests for him. Moves it up the line and out over the line on the 45 above, and Courcey Rovers will be hoping that will settle down and take a little deflection there and out for another line ball for the Courcey Rovers men. And this is an opportunity. Niall Murphy, remember a couple of minutes ago, well, remember at the start of the game when he sent in an absolutely beautiful sideline cut. It's another beautiful sideline cut. Can he get play? He can. And pity that that wasn't kept in play there, because it would mean that maybe Courcey Rovers could cause something in around the Charleville house. But Charleville, of course, think they'll be quite contented with this early 2-goal blitz.
Yeah, well, Paddy, but you know, it might be a blessing in disguise maybe for Courcey as well, because certainly they've opened up since that second goal came, and you know, I know that one went wide there now, and maybe he'd be better off maybe dropping him into the square rather than going for his own score from them line balls, because obviously he's able to take him, but you know, that one will slip the way out wide again now. So Courcey are still well in it, Paddy. There's no way that they're out of it at all yet, but they have an awful lot to do.
A lot to do, no doubt in the world about that. Alan O'Connor is out there. He could cause wreck before the evening's out, but maybe Courcey Rovers could cause wreck as well. Who's going to get on the end of this one? It's going to be young Michael O'Donovan. It's a huge test for him. No one denying that at all today. As the Slither comes across the field, an opportunity here for the Courcey Rovers men maybe to build from behind. Surely there was a foul there, and the referee agreed, and there was. And the foul, Vincent Hurley coming from wing back there, absolutely awesome in the Southeast final, and going back to take up his position in left half back, and Niall Murphy coming from the right half forward over to the left half forward position to take this free. They've only one single point in the score. Well, that wouldn't be too bad after 10 minutes if your opposition hadn't clocked the net twice and also sent one over. The full forward line will be quite impressive. We'll be quite pleased with the start, but we'll watch Niall Murphy, sharpshooter supreme here, getting ready to take this one as he hits it towards goal. Can he get over the bar, I wonder? And the umpire coming for the flag, but not going to get it in the hands, passes it out and waves a wide ball, and that's wide number 4 for Courcey Rovers, 2 to the men of Charleville. And that coming off the stick there of Niall Murphy, the All-Ireland Intermediate medal winner. And Courcey Rovers there making a few switches inside in the full forward line. I think Brian Hayes has gone to the corner. We'll keep an eye on that one. And Michael O'Donovan, the full forward, a lovely catch over there on the far side of the field. I think it was Vincent Hurley who got up for that one, and Vincent Hurley decides to use the boot that can play football down the Courcey's area as well, and very close and out over the line, another line ball to Courcey Rovers. Who's going to take this one now, I wonder? The player gone over there to take it, the Castle Park version of the Hayes is Seamus Hayes getting ready, and Seamus Hayes, another man who has won the part of the Cork Intermediate hurling team, and Sean O'Brien, of course, their Courcey's manager on that occasion as well. We'll say that this one was meant as a lovely flick on it. Kenny kept him play inside. Out it come once again. Now Michael O'Donovan trying to get on it, and the youngster turning and trying to get an angle for himself, and then playing the ball out the field quickly out towards Brian Hayes and Seamus Hayes, I should say, and Seamus Hayes leaving it across the 45-metre line, and Charleville clearing after all of that as Charleville lift the pressure, and now we'll see how things are down in this neck of the woods. That's a good clearance. Well, it's good that the fact that Courcey Rovers got that one out. That might break their duck a little bit. It's up towards the corner once again, and Brian Hayes running onto it there, and Hayes, was he fouled? I wonder. I would have thought that he was, and the referee says to play advantage, and the ball is dropping in, and the goalkeeper is equal to the challenge. Martin O'Keefe gets it out on the 45 once again. There are Courcey's hands up there, but the man that brings it down is Alan O'Connor, also a member of that Cork Intermediate hurling team, and away they come again. This time John Quinlan, and Quinlan flicks it over the bar from away out the field. A great point by him. John Quinlan, a goal and 2 at the stint, and he has done the free taking, hit the back of the net and open over the bar, and 2-2 to point. Courcey Rollman, John O'Brien, and Sean O'Brien, the team coach, deciding that he must make some remedial switches because the Charleville men are playing two on the full forward line inside, and who's got to get in this one? Is there another opportunity here? And away they come once again. Can John O'Donoghue get down? And not John O'Donoghue, it's Brian Hayes is down there, and who's going to end up with the sliotar? None more so than the man who's got a goal in three, John Quinlan. He's on his way in again. This time he plays it out, and it's caught and cleared by Brian Hayes. Brian Hayes, this side of the field where, well, it was going to be won by Seamus Toomey. Not now though, as it's won by Martin Ahern, and Martin Ahern clocks it over the bar, and a very good score indeed for the Charleville men. It's 2-3 to a point, and we only have the 13 minutes of play. Puck out coming from Anto Hegarty, and certainly the busier of the two keepers, Anto Hegarty. The puck out is absolutely awesome beyond the 45-metre line, but it needs to be moved on a little bit further. A little clash of the action there. The referee says he's going to throw it in between a player from either side. 2-3 to a point, and this the intermediate, or the Junior A hurling final. Remember, I think it was a couple of years ago where Douglas blitzed ahead early on and they never recovered. Well, can Courcey Rovers recover now? Certainly, I would imagine checking the statue down Ballinspittle Bay way would go straight to see what's happening down that neck of the woods, because a miracle of some fortune of some sort may have to occur as the sliotar is thrown in between a number of players from either side. Stalemate situation, and across there comes the man who's got the solitary point as he comes driving forward. Can he get another one? It's looking good, but I don't think it's going to get over the bar, and it is over the bar, and a great point indeed as that one went over the bar from the man who got the first point. Over the bar from wing forward Niall Murphy, selected at 15 but now operating at 10, and a good score from him to make it 2-3 to 2 points, but Dick still a long way to go.
Paddy, a long way to go, and certainly Charleville very impressive the way they started. I think, Paddy, they have rattled Courceys earlier on, but you know, a few points now. Of course, they can get a few points back, they'll probably settle into the game. They certainly aren't that bad, there's no doubt about that, and there's a long way to go, but certainly Charleville have opened very well, and they get a lot of ball into their forwards, and they have two lethal forwards inside, Quinlan and Gamble. They have played very well all the year down in Avondhu, and indeed in the county so far. They have been their top scorers, certainly from frees. Quinlan is very accurate, so, and they seem to be playing a two-man game inside. They're bringing out their other corner forward as playing out in the half-forward line, so they're using that ply, that they have fast forwards inside, and they're able to exploit. So we'll see, Paddy, how it goes out, but certainly Charleville is in at the moment.
And away come Courceys. Can they get it? The man that has it is David Murphy. David Murphy kicks it forward a little bit, but not getting an awful lot of good distance. And there are Charleville coming there very sharp indeed, and it comes to Paul Gamble. Gamble then delivery inside, trying to find the brother Mervyn, and the Courcey Rovers defence a little bit hesitant there, but then eventually they clear it out. John O'Donoghue get it out the field, and is it going to come back in again? A good play over there, mighty play indeed by Timmy Lorden. Timmy Lorden lets it fly up there, a huge margin, 7 points between the sides as the men of Courcey Rovers come attacking, but it's Charleville who should clear that one out. Maybe they don't, or maybe they won't, I should say. They will now, and coming across is Alan O'Connor. Alan O'Connor giving it out to the right half back, and the right half back, and no luck lets it rip once again. And now good play by Brian Hayes there, the Castle Park man. He drives it forward, but equally good play above by PJ Copps, the under 18 player, and PJ Copps leaving behind him as Seamus Toomey fouled their referee, and Cathal McAllister deciding the tongue nearly slipped back the throat on that occasion. Cathal McAllister deciding not, and no advantage accruing there, and a massive pull by Timmy Lorden, and certainly this man doesn't ask for any question before he lets rip at the hurley back into the corner. Is there an opportunity? I wonder. Oh, massive defending by the men from Charleville. Out it comes, and can he get over the bar, I wonder, and Brian Hayes does the business indeed. Good play by Courcey Rovers. Brian Hayes getting that one over the bar to make it a 2-goal game. 16 minutes into the most entertaining first half. Entertaining very much so if you're from Charleville, or if you're a neutral, or dare I say maybe a couple by some various clubs around the southeast. I'm not too sure about that, but it's gone over the bar, and now it's 2-3 to 3 points, the 2 goals, the difference between the sides. Who knows, there may be another comeback in Courcey Rovers. Lazarus and the statue may be moving. This one is coming forward again. Can it be got inside? I wonder. Michael O'Donovan is trying to run onto it. He kicks it forward, and the man that kicks it forward is Brian Hayes. Brian Hayes got a point a minute ago. Can he get another one, I wonder? Well, he'll try his main to get one, and it's gone very close to the end line. Is it kept in play? The answer is yes, my friends, and it's coming across here, and O'Donovan has it. He could shoot low, and he goal! What a goal from Michael O'Donovan. The youngster from Kinsale Community School, part of the Cough Vocational School set up, the Cough Minor set up, moved into full forward. And justice, if you like, being done there, as Michael O'Donoghue, who's been scoring goals all year, and maybe you should check that statue once more, but Dick, certainly a goal that was badly wanted from a Courcey Rovers point of view, but of the highest quality as well, it must be said.
The highest quality party, one better than the 3 goals, I think, got that time, because it didn't look down earlier on. It looked as if Charleville backs might clear that one, but he's very cute inside Donovan. He will bury them balls if he get more ball in. So Courcey are back in the game now, Paddy, and all to play for.
To play, but it's Charleville who rise once again, and Tomas Fitzgibbon, a very good underage player, and he's a very good, whatever he's underage or overage, he's a very good player, but that's an equally talented player. Up the field it goes from David Murphy. Can Courcey Rovers build? Seamus, well, I was going to say Seamus Toomey, but team captain Dennis Toomey's in there. Whatever there's action, there's Toomey, and Toomey doesn't prevent the wing back from clearing. That's John O'Donoghue. John O'Donoghue gets it out. As far as Seamus Toomey, the Ferramure, Moore, and every sense of the wonders, he drives it forward once again. Who's got to get in it? John Murphy's in there. Maybe O'Donovan would be in there again, but the full back is equal to the challenge that comes this side of the field. This is a test of mighty character, let me tell you. But there are mighty characters in Courcey Rovers country. This one, though, can it be kept in place? No, off out for a wide ball, but the pressure mounting up, and if they were to get 1 or 2 more scores, who knows? The outcome could be very different than what looked on a couple of minutes ago. And certainly the Courcey Rovers improving considerably, their half-back line tightening up, and the full back line has improved, very much so since the start as well.
It has, Paddy. They're tightening up there now, all right, and obviously they'd want to tighten up, because it looked as if the game was slipping away from them. It's not over by any means, of course, as we were saying earlier on, and it's a great game, Paddy. It's a very competitive game. Both teams are really giving their all out there, and I mean, conditions, even though they look good from where we are here, they obviously have to be a bit soft, not as good as obviously in the month of September or so. So heavy, wonderful conditions, and not conducive to good ground hurling, but certainly we'll get a lot of ground hurling, as we'll see in the video during the game. I'd say that they are whipping it on the ground as well, so that's a great sign of 2 very committed teams. Paddy is all to play for it. Anything, I know Charleville had that goal of a lead now, but still, anything can happen.
Anything can happen, and right, and what will happen over the next few minutes we'll be bringing it to you as it does happen. The goalkeeper up there, Martin O'Keefe, he's the cool ball between the posts, and Joe Hegarty is his counterpart down in the far end of the country. And he'll be hoping that he won't see Slitter for a long time again. Out it comes O'Keefe, and a massive pull overhead, but it's kept out Seamus Toomey, improving as the game goes on. Well, improving implied maybe that he wasn't good at the start, and that certainly wouldn't be a proper reflection of the man's performance. He's been right in there since the very start, since he moved from the very beginning. They moved himself and Timmy Loden, and of course the other switch that took place is that John Murphy's gone into the corner, and Seamus Hayes has switched wings, relieving Niall Murphy out of the wing forward position, and we watch here a line ball to be taken by Paul Gamble. Gamble driving inside. It's important from Courcey Rovers' point of view that a red hand doesn't get up and get it out, and coming out there, it's an O'Donoghue, and it was the John version that got it out a little bit. Can he got out further? Your man in Ireland deserves to win a medal more. Driving it forward and getting it up the field. Can it be won there? And it can be won. And who's going to win it, I wonder? The Courcey Rovers men. A little flick that went slightly astray, but maybe they can recover again. Getting it though is Martin Ahern. Got a point a couple of minutes ago, deciding maybe I'll have another cut inside. This could be dangerous. Campbell is underneath it every time the ball comes into him, and coming across there to take it. The switch of cornerbacks, I think, has worked well. Sean O'Brien has been in there, and did somebody tell me he's never ever lost a team, lost a county final with a team? Well, certainly his managerial skills, his coaching skills will be put to the ultimate test. Driving it forward as a Ahern. This could be a dangerous one, and Anto hops it inside, and Anto causing 1 or 2 mini strokes and a full-blown heart attack. It gets out there for a 65, and that looked dodgy. They tell me the man is coolness personified, and I thought it was a 65, but the referee judged otherwise, and deciding that it was a wide ball. Anto probably knew that all that was going to happen. He'll tell us that after. The puck out will be on his way. The last 5 or 6 puck outs have been absolutely awesome and linked. It's still in the sky. This time it's not going to go. It's customary. Hughes like, no, massive catch by Niall Murphy. Murphy's in need of cross. Can there be a thunder score here? And it's a Hayes from Killerair that has it. This time it's the blind version. A lovely ball inside to Toomey. I haven't seen Dennis Toomey score many scores. The goalkeeper is mostly meant for setting him up, and that time the goalkeeper was equal to the challenge and gets it out. And overcarrying, is there overcarrying? And does that indicate that there's going to be, we watch here, and it would appear that there's going to be a free in, or is it a middle? No, it's not the penalty. Small little technical, and someone's getting caught with our lack of knowledge of hurling. The man standing over it, Niall Murphy, I would imagine the sensible thing would be to slash it over the bar, but if all hurlers did sensible thing, the direction is after coming from the Burley manager, and the Burley manager told them to lash it towards goal, and I think it did. They went over a wide, out for a 65, and maybe Sean O'Brien, when he look at this, will deny that he gave that instruction, but I saw a little indication coming, and these managers have a unique and intriguing ways of telling free takers what to do. But Niall Murphy still has a chance. I won't say to redeem himself because the shot was good, the save was mighty. The 65 to be taken, the scoreboard says 2-3 to 1-3. The clock says 23 minutes gone in a most entertaining first half, and Niall Murphy driving this one. Can it get over the bar, I wonder? And the answer, my friends, is no, because it's got off for a wide ball, and we wait to see now as Martin O'Keefe gets ready to take the puck out, and of course if it had got into the back of the net, the man would be a hero. The decision to go would be a hero, but these things happen in hurling matches, and they happen in all aspects of life. The puck out will be coming from Martin O'Keefe. He deciding to find the 40-yard man who's going to go underneath it. Well, they won't be rocking down. Timmy Lorden did his best there to prevent the centre half forward to get down. Dennis Toomey, what a warrior this fella is. What pucking and belting he does during the entire course of the game. All legitimate, of course, but running through here is Tomas Fitzgibbon. This guy is good, not just because he bleached the head or anything like that, but Tim Lorden, the chemical engineering student, drives it forward once again. Who's going to keep it in play? Is it a line ball? It's a line ball to the men of Courcey Rovers. And from our privileged position here, we would say that Paul Hogan maybe had a slight, well, we'll say no more. It's a line ball, and I'm looking forward to this man taking it. The right half forward, Niall Murphy, 3-line ball. This is the third one he's going to take. I know that they haven't reached the target, but to see the style as they leave the ground, this time he decides to leave it short inside. Can they move it forward once again, I wonder? And the play held up there, and Courcey Rovers trying to get it out towards this man, the team captain, as he goes driving forward. Donegal Tuma, a lovely ball across the field from O'Tuma. Can the score come from it? Over the bar, the score comes from Charlie White, the paving contractor, or was it him? I wonder. I'll check in a moment. These Courcey Rovers numbers will be the cause of he's taking going for a serious drink problem. The man that got it there was the wing forward, and the wing forward was Seamus Hayes, who's gone out to midfield, and the paving contractor has gone to the wing forward position, and they both wear two white helmets, and they're both good looking guys, so you can excuse us for getting mixed up, but that one will be credited to Seamus Hayes, sending that one over the bar. 1-4, 3-3, the point between the sides, and Courcey, 2 points between the sides, and that one dropping off for a wide ball is 2-3 to 1-4. And the referee checking to make sure that everything okay. Carl McAllister is the man in charge of the whistle. He's doing quite a good job this afternoon. Now it's 2 points between them, and certainly, Dick, whatever the outcome of this particular match is, credit must go to Courcey Rovers for making a game of this, because a lot of teams would simply have packed it in, and I'll come to Dick in a minute. Is there another great run on here? Is there an opportunity for a score? I wonder, can it be got out? And maybe there is. Running forward is Johnny Murphy, and blocked out there. He gets a second shot in, and goes off out for a wide ball. But certainly Dick Matthews, credit to Courcey Rovers. They could have quite easily handed in their shovels and went home.
Paddy, certainly they're right in it yet. There's nothing at all in there. 7 wides got up, which is a kind of worrying possibly for them as well, you know, in that half. So it shows that they're getting plenty of possession, but they're not putting them to good use. The 2 goals is what the Charleville got all right. They were 2 probably slip-ups by Courcey. Certainly they've tightened up their back line since that happened, and it's all to play for. They're certainly, it's a great contest, as you said, Paddy. It's as good as we've seen, I'd say, at this level for a while. And Fitzgibbon is away there for Charleville.
Fitzgibbon is away, but he ain't going to go cast. Timmy Toomey says Timmy Lorden driving inside, but is coming back out again when it comes to the centre half back, and the centre half back is John O'Donnell. I'm sure Charleville will come back into this game, and the time could be right now, coming up to half time. What have we got? 4 minutes left of the shot whistle, but not with the mighty Seamus Toomey getting it up there, and the ball taken away from him and out over the line, and not out over the line, it stayed on the line. Now another dangerous looking one as Gavin goes inside once again, but a great interception from Niall O'Donoghue, and Niall O'Donoghue, the trip coming across there, and Niall O'Donoghue stands over it with the sword. He wasn't responsible for that tripping offence, and it's a free in to the men, of course, of Charleville, and the free taker supreme will be called to take this one. John Quinlan will be the man asked to take it, and Quinlan certainly on his day, this is bread and butter stuff. Can he put this one over the bar, and then there would be the goal between them again. As we come to the shot whistle, we said something about maybe a comeback, and not a comeback, but another revisiting of the scoring goal by the men of Charleville. Well, they have revisited temporarily for the moment, as Tony Butler, the team coach of the Northcock side, checks with his selectors to make sure, well, maybe there'll be one or two switches made in the dressing room at half time, but that's a long way to go. Charlie White is over underneath this one. Can he get onto the end of it? And Charlie White decides to leave it behind, where it's going to be picked up by Vincent Hurley, and Vincent Hurley goes out over the end line. Where's the line ball going to go? It's a line ball to Courcey Rovers. 28 minutes gone, and maybe 1 minute and a half or so for injury time, but a lot can happen in a couple of minutes in hurling. Those of you that have watched it will know all about that. Oh, a massive strike. Well, the sideline pucks have been a joy to watch. Can there be another score here, I wonder? Oh, Hayes has it again. This time he gave the pass. It was, well, I won't say it was a Bin Laden job, but certainly kamikaze pilots would be interested in that job application as the slitter comes across the field. Can Niall Murphy get it? He's 5'2" man, there's no doubt about that. It goes out over the line, and it's a line ball to Charleville. Was there a little bit of pushing on that occasion? And one felt that there was, but the referee decided to let the linesman Paul Hogan take over responsibility for that, and it's a line ball to be taken by the wing-back Claude Goff, and he has taken 1 or 2 of them during the entire period of this first half. The scoreboard now says 2-2-4 to Fahan and the Courceys 1-4, and a goal between them. Who's going to get it here? Coming out, and it's put forward indeed by David Murphy. David Murphy getting inside, and was there a foul there? Surely the very tight play indeed, and running out with Murphy again, but it's blocked down and kept in play. Can it be kept in play? And running onto it, running forward, and great play indeed by Davy Murphy, the 17-year-old, and dropping it inside, and it's on the 20-metre line. Can Courcey Rovers get something from this? Not if Claude is around. Claude is, and Claude gathers, and Claude kicks it out the field, where it's gone by this man O'Connor, and Alan O'Connor, a very good hurler indeed, plays it down toward the sideline. Now there's a good race on here, and the race is on between Gamble and Mervyn. Gamble has it, trying to get inside Niall O'Donoghue, and he shoots, and a good score indeed. It's now 4 points between them. Mervyn Gamble, the full forward and team captain, getting that one over the bar, and Claude is complimented for his efforts as well. And O'Hagerty getting ready to take the puck out. Away. Forget about passing midfield. He passed that a week ago. It's right up on that 45-metre line. That's about the 5th time he's done that. A good race on here. Dennis Toomey trying to give it play, but the right corner back over there. Tony McAuliffe getting out. A sideline ball to the men of Courceys. The scoreboard will say 2-5 to 1-4, 4 between them, and it was a worse scenario earlier on. But of course, score 1 goal straight just before we come to half time. It's John Murphy, and John Murphy leaving this one across. Well, he tried to leave it across, but was blocked down. Good defending back there by the right half back, no lucky. And away come, well, temporarily at least, away come the Charleville. Can Courceys recover from it and get it back in? There's the 2 players from either side over there, stalemate situation. Man hits turf, and the referee says they ain't anything wrong, and the line ball is going to go to Charleville. The referee is checking with his watch. We can tell him there's 43 seconds of injury time playing. He's checking with the watch on both hands, and he checks both watches twice, whether this is an idiosyncrasy or whether it is an indication that he's about to close up, but blow it up. The advantage to Charleville just before we come to the short whistle. And this line ball to be taken by Noel O'Keefe, or not Noel O'Keefe I should say, but Brian Foley, and the referee blows the half-time whistle in what was a most entertaining first half. Courcey Rovers did recover, but they still have a long way to go.
They still have a long way to go, Caldy, but I suppose going into the dressing room at half-time, Shawnee Bryan, as we know, he has been in situations like this before, and he certainly will pull the boys aside now and tell them where they went wrong in the first half. I suppose all he can tell them is that they're conceded 2 simple goals. That's all that's between them. There isn't even that much now between them. They came back into the game. Charleville opened very well, there's no doubt about that, but Courcey came back into it, and we're in for the right second half now, I think, Paddy.
We'll be back with the second half right.
Give me
Welcome back for the second half of the TSB sponsored Cork County Junior A hurling final between Courcey Rovers and Charleville. Half-time score, if you need reminding, of course, is Charleville, who are in the enjoying a 4-point lead, 2-5 to 1-4. As we check for changes. And certainly, Dick, as we check there, a couple of changes in the Courcey Rover side, and it's a huge battle for them now for the start of the second half.
This body, yes, as I said, they have made a couple of changes on the team, all right, and they're hoping, of course, these will work. And I suppose, you know, even though there's 4 points in the body, as we were saying there to our fellow commentators there at half-time, there's nothing in it, even though Charleville looked a better team and probably the faster team. They're faster to the ball, but Courcey are tough, and they know they were here before in a few years ago, and they know what it's like to be in a final. And, you know, they'll weather that storm if they can at all, but I think the first 5 or 10 minutes of this second half now, Paddy, is going to be vital for both teams, really, because whoever take the advantage, get out there in the first few minutes of the second half, you know, could have the advantage at the end.
And the referee checking his stopwatch to make sure that everything is okay. And we just check to make sure that we'll synchronise with him. The second half is underway, and this is an opportunity now. The Courcey Rovers right into the attack. Can they get a score to set them up? Who knows? And a flick on there and over the bar, and a very good score indeed from Brian Hayes, the corner forward. He getting that one over the bar, and a good score indeed for the start of the second half. To just leave a single goal between the sides, the goalkeeper Martin O'Keefe. That was the fastest score that came all year, and the puck out will be coming from Martin O'Keefe. The score coming after 15 seconds. Getting ready now to take it, and O'Keefe settles and drives it forward. Past midfield, up to the 65, and caught superbly above. Away they come again. Seamus Hayes trying to find the man who got the point a couple of minutes ago. The Castle part to the Killerearn, and the Killerearn version. Can he get another score? Well, he certainly has moved the sliotar a bit forward. A lovely ball across the square to Niall Murphy, and Niall Murphy over the bar. Now the margin is down to 2. Niall Murphy getting his third point of the game, and certainly a dream start. We're only a minute into the second half. 2 points have been registered on the scoreboard already, and Martin O'Keefe now getting ready to take the puck out. Wouldn't it be some recovery for Courcey Rovers? Great characters and great club members, great club supporters. Remember, they were here in '97. The agony on that occasion was supplied by Castle Lions, but there was nothing to compare with the agony of 2 years ago when their near neighbours beat them. Being beaten is one thing, to have the next door neighbour do the hammering is a totally different ball game. Out there it's Courcey Rovers, can they get it back? But now Charleville moving forward again, and away come Charleville into but it's cut off, and good play by Courcey Rovers down towards the Killerearn man again, but this time the Killerearn man is beaten by PJ Copps. PJ Copps leaves it behind, but it comes to Alan O'Connor, and Alan O'Connor uses the stick to drive it forward. And good play again as, yes indeed, and there's one inside. And we'll come and watch here, and over there is John Quinlan. John Quinlan trying to get it forward, and John Quinlan had a flick off back there. Who's going to go back and take it, I wonder? And covering back there is Vincent Hurley, but the sliotar is taken away from him as the men from Charleville come attacking. When this number 15 gets the sliotar, let me tell you, it's all systems and all alarm systems going. It's a bit like a tornado setting off a fire alarm in the Courcey Rovers defence, but this guy can set off fire alarms as well, and it's looking good inside, blocking down there, and there's a Gary Maloney I see in there for the second half. We watch here, and that good play by the Courcey Rovers men as they get it out, but only temporarily. And the sliotar there, Gary Maloney in at wing back, and David Hayes in instead of Charlie White, and the man Gary Murphy or Gary Maloney in again. We watch here and over the bar, and the score coming from the full forward. We were talking about the sub that came on, but Mervyn Gavin getting that one over the bar. And now the scoreboard will read it's 1-6 to Courceys, and it's 2-6 to Charleville. A goal between the sides as the goalkeeper Anto drives it forward down into the half-hour line. Can Dennis Toomey get it up down there, or who's going to move it forward, I wonder? Somebody need to move it forward. Oh, massive pucking inside, and the man that did it I think was David Murphy. It doesn't matter who did it once it's a Courcey Rovers man, and forgive us for being a little bit biased on this occasion. We'll recover from that and apologise later. Seamus Hayes has it. Hayes driving it further inside, and good play line. I think as far as the man who got a great point a few minutes ago, and that one gone off wide there off the stick of Niall Murphy, and certainly the second half already igniting 2-6 to 1-6, and I suppose, Dick, if you were a neutral, which you are on this occasion, you couldn't ask for better.
No, you couldn't ask for better, Paddy. It's a great game. It's a great junior game, and as we said at the start of the programme, that you know, this is an All-Ireland for both teams, and they're really showing it out there today. They're giving everything. There's no quarter asterisk given on either side. It's a fine, clean game, a fine sporting game. I don't think the referee had even ticked the player off, Paddy, in the half an hour or so that we have played already. So great trial of both teams, and they're all still to play for. Courceys are coming back at it, but Charleville, just you would feel that they're maybe that little bit ahead, but Courceys are very tough and very strong in defence, especially. I think that they really have the measure got of Gamble and Quinlan now inside, and they're
the we watch here. Brian Hayes shoot again, and massive bit of defending, it must be said. Great defending by the right cornerback Tony McAuliffe, and he gets it out, and there's going to be a free out. There was an opportunity there. My apologies to Dick Matthews there. We thought we saw something. Well, there was something really on, and Brian Hayes inside at corner forward is doing so well for this second half. For the Courcey Rovers men, he did go well in the first half as well, in case we give the wrong impression. But the 65 and the Peter Hogan, the linesman over there, pointing to the exact location where Niall Murphy will take this one. His general play has been superb. One or two little frees wavering at the very end. Now an opportunity. This man oozes confidence, drives this one, and will it get over the bar? Oh, just about. And a great 65 from a really talented hurler. Over the bar it goes. 2-6 to 1-7. The puck out will be coming from the cool baller down there, and are there further switches? There are. Michael O'Donovan is told to go to the other corner. John Murphy is asked to go into full forward, and driving forward once again, and we check to make sure that everything in readiness here. We want to show the watches and clocks stay going, and once this man Hart stays going, this will do us fine. Just dropping inside, and then a puck out. The goalkeeper came out there, and he was brave. They're brave all over this pitch, let me tell you. All 30 of them, and the two guys that were being asked to take a break at half time, they're brave guys as well, let me tell you. Out over the line, and it's a line ball to Fahan and Courcey from the Ballinspittle Ballinadee general direction down there. And how dearly they would love to win this County Junior A hurling championship. And let me tell you, their desire to win it is no less than the desire of a great little club up there in North Cork, Charleville. And whoever will win it, let me tell you, club minters, they may be disappointed, but they'll wish each other well. And the line ball must be taken again. There's a little lacing operation going in there. I think it's Dinny Toomey having to do a little bit of fitting of the footwear. But the scoreboard says 2 between them now. And the line ball over there on the far side of the field, and now an opportunity. Well, it would be impossible to drive this one over the bar, and it's driven forward by Murphy. Can it be kept in play? Can it be kept in there? It runs off the hands of Dennis Toomey momentarily, and out they come, and out they being the Charleville men. Noel O'Keefe getting up the field, and an opportunity for them in this dangerous situation here. Can Courcey Rovers get it out? This has to be tight marking here, and it is tight marking, and it is the man. Oh, there's just a little flick on here, and is there a goal on? I wonder. John Quinlan says this one, and out for a wide ball, and there was panic station again. The kitchen was on fire. Tony Butler's out there. He's one of the wise men involved with it. So too Mark Sheehan, Mark Doyle, and they're the people who are responsible for the organisation of this team in the Charleville neck of the woods. Now the puck out is well won over there by Paul Gamble, it must be said. Gamble is making his way forward. Is there a bit of robbery about to take place? It may take place any moment now, but let me tell you, it's hard to get away with the loot on this occasion, but they did only temporarily, and the ball being worked in again by that man Ahern, and now for a wide ball, and that's the 6th wide of the game for the second one of the second half for the men from Charleville. Courcey Rovers, they have hit the wide target, if you could call it such a thing, on 8 occasions, I think, during the entire process of this game. Level pegging into roughly in terms of wides, but there are 2 points between the sides. Courcey Rovers will fight by the main, but when there's a catch like that in the middle of the park, let me tell you, they're playing a great team today. No doubt in the wide utterly world about it. The man that gets it though is Tim Lorden. Tim Lorden walking infield, whereas caught, I'm sure, by a paw. There is Alan O'Connor. He could leave it out the field, and is there some player player over there to take it on. I wonder that there is no doubt there is, and the player just has to take it on. It's Tomas Fitzgibbon. Fitzgibbon lobs it up in the air like an iron, drop inside, and again the smoke and Adams go off because Gamblin is on his way, and Mervyn Gamblin shoots, and Anto, my friend, away with it out the field. Good goalkeeping by a gentleman of Coolmora as he wins that one over there. Who's going to win this though? Courcey Rovers robbed momentarily. Maybe they can get it back again. Who knows? The man that will win it back if he can is Seamus Hayes, and Hayes is grounded, whether it was legitimately or otherwise. He still has it and he still keeps it playing. Such a character. Whereas the Castle Parker, the other Killereran version of the Dennis Toomey's in there, trying to do a little bit of hawking, and great play by Denny Toomey. Down over the line, he goes down for a while. That probably means there's 5 or 6 ribs being broken when he took 2 seconds to get off the ground. Normally the man doesn't know anything about pain. It's a line ball over there, a line ball to be taken. From our position it's hard to see, but I would think it looks like the head of David Murphy, the 17-year-old youngster, getting ready to take this one as Courcey Rovers do a further warming up. And we'll check in a moment to know who the player that they are warming up down there underneath us. But the line ball is all important now. Can they get it? There's good defending going on over there by PJ Copps. PJ Copps, though this time PJ Copps is beaten by Brian Hayes, but is knocked away by Brian. A good puck inside, and away come Charleville in the person of Des Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald getting it out, but only as far as is it Denny Toomey's rear end. I see it there, and it's an all-action rear end, front end, or whatever end you want to look at him. And the referee is going in, and a little bit of a stalemate situation. Slither after being thrown in. It's out the field once again. David Murphy comes from right half back to run onto this one, and then checks inside and then leaves it off. What's going to happen? Michael O'Donovan is in there, around there somewhere, and Michael O'Donovan, can he pocket it? He does pocket it. Mickey O'Donovan has goal. It's a Mickey O'Donovan goal, but credit to the man that I point to the far side of the field. If I'm not greatly mistaken, Davy Murphy got it over there, and somebody told me, well, I could tell you a good story about how the thought to bring him into this one took place. Somebody was telling me last night. I might tell you on another day. But there's subs being warmed up left, right and centre now by both sides. Courcey's gone into the lead for the very first time in this game. 2-7 to 2-6. Can they build in it? Mick O'Donovan is trying to get it in there. And Mick O'Donovan driving forward there. The man who got the goal. Can he get another? Well, we're asking a lot of that over Cavan. No, Michael O'Donovan. And Sean McSweeney coming on for Charleville as we watch the free taker from Courcey Rovers. Now the referee checking. He's telling the referee, tell him take the free away. I'll replace the footwear. The man taking the free. I don't have to introduce you to this great character. It's Niall Murphy getting ready to take it. Niall Murphy turns and twists it over the bar from Niall Murphy. What a free for your 5th point of the afternoon, if I'm not greatly mistaken. And Courcey's go in. They further extend the lead by 2 points. If they were to win this county final, there'll be tears shed all over the place, and many of them will be shed in heaven. We'll explain again at a later stage. The puck out will be coming from Anto Hagerty. Hagerty will drive forward. They're not David Hagerty, I should say, my apologies, but Martin O'Keefe. And Martin O'Keefe, we don't want to see Danto take any more puck out. And now Mickey O'Donovan has it. Was he fouled, I wonder? And Michael O'Donovan, 2 goals, and he drives it inside. Was Hayes fouled? The referee says no. Of course, everything we see, we think that it's a foul. The referee, the man in charge, a good ref that he is too. PJ Copps has it, the Cork Minor player, Cork Minor panellist, and it's caught superbly by this man who got a point in the first half of Martin Ahern. Ahern drives it towards full forward. Gary Maloney is out. Gary Maloney, this Slither has moved out the field. It's important for Courcey Rovers not to concede a goal, whatever about a point. That's massive defending there. Let it be Fred and oh, what defending out it goes. Did it get a little touch on, I wonder? The referee over there, the linesman over there, I wonder, is he going to, he's holding, is he throwing it in or giving a line ball to Courcey Rovers? I'm not too sure what he's going to do, but he's going to throw it in between a player from either side, and then he's there to, because they're rightly so that it came off a Charleville man. The scoreboard says 2-8 to 2-6. Where is it all? What's gone? 12 minutes gone. Tony Butler, the team coach from Charleville, he looks down. The wise men, Chris Cochran is one of them up there. Did any man have put so much into the game? Wouldn't it be some reward for him? But it's so long away yet. Murphy comes and Murphy shoots. This one is hanging up. The goalkeeper is out. This goalkeeper is good, let me tell you. What's he going to do now? Clear it out to the far open stand side of the field. And a huge crowd of people gathered in this one. The man that has it is O'Connor. No, the back has defended, has come, and the dangerous situation inside because this number 15, we talk about him. Oh, massive defending indeed. And away come Courcey Rovers. The football is coming into play as well. They play that down there, played effectively too, let me tell you. Up the field it goes. Mickey O'Donovan moves it on. Michael O'Donovan, I'll give him his proper title. Well, he can be called anything after getting 2 goals in the county final. If Courcey Rovers are to be win, it's a bronze statue they would erect to him. But it's a long, long way to go on this one. But at least they're back in it, not like at the start when they were under so much pressure after the concession of the goals. Now, very close to the line. It's a line ball to the men of Charleville. As we look down here underneath us, Sean O'Brien, the team coach, they tell me that he has never coached a losing team in a county final. Well, I'll tell you early on in this one, it looks like that he might, as the line ball to be taken here, and the man going to take it is Paul Gamble. Gamble, the line says, line ball specialist. We watch Niall Murphy taking them with profound skill in the first half. This time is struck rather poorly. Can it be cleared out as they go searching for it? And Courcey Rovers have it coming forward, and good play up the field it goes, and away they come, the Courcey Rovers men. Who's going to get it here, I wonder? Running onto it is that number 19, the talented man that is David Hayes. And David Hayes, he's the killer air, another killer air Hayes, but this time he doesn't get it, and away come Courcey or Charleville again. But oh my God, caught well again. Is it the time, I wonder? And running on there is that man David Murphy at right half back, 17 years of age, playing like a veteran. Seamus Toomey getting it, moving it on a little bit. Didn't play in the county final 2 years ago. How dearly he would love to set the place alight today. And was there a foul over there? And David Murphy says, well, I don't know whether there was or not. I haven't time to be asking such ridiculous questions. And the ball comes to Johnny Murphy. Johnny making his way towards goal. This is an absolutely talented hurling. Doesn't score so many goals, but he scores one. A goal of the absolutely top draw variety. It puts Courcey's further ahead on a scoreline of 3-8 to 2-6. Johnny Murphy, he will celebrate his 26th birthday tomorrow. And what a way to go. A great, great goal by a great, great player. They tell me down in Courcey's a great man to credit, a great man to run with it. Doesn't score on too many occasions, but what a goal he got there. They led back in 1957 by 2 goals and 2 points against Tracton. That time Tracton came back and beat the Courcey Rovers men. I wonder what it's going to be today. But certainly that goal was a goal that would grace a standard far higher than what we're witnessing right here in front of us. Of course, this is a real high quality junior A hurling final. The game between Courcey Rovers and Charleville. Certainly a marvellous goal. You've seen some goals today, my friend.
Yes, Paul, it's a cracking game, there's no doubt about it. Courcey have certainly taken put the bit between their teeth in the second half, and they have come out with all guns blazing. And I think that, you know, to be honest, I'd have to, maybe a bit early, but Charleville nearly have to concede defeat at this stage because they seem to be in trouble in lots of positions in the field, particularly their full forward line there again. We saw John Quinlan trying to get through earlier on. We had him earmarked as possibly man of the match maybe earlier on, but certainly his performance in the second half has been a little bit under rated, I suppose, really, because he's been well marked. And I think Charleville losing their way in places. They need to get a score now, Paddy, in the next few minutes, I think, and a goal probably would make a right game with this one from a neutral point of view. But of course, if you're a Valley Rovers supporter, and Valley Rovers
driving forward, and well, I'm not too sure about Valley Rovers supporters, Dick, how they're thinking right now. But right now, all we want is a Courcey Rovers victory in this. Driving forward once again. The men from Charleville now set up a score. Who's got it? The man who sets the kitchen on fire. John Quinlan trying to get inside. Johnny Donohoe keep chasing him, and he does keep chasing him. Oh my God, what a goal! What a goal from another equally talented great player. What a goal by him to bring Charleville right back into it. Dick, you were looking, you thought the goal would brighten up the game for neutrals. Where are they now? Shawnee O'Brien is in on the pitch, and he's saying to his side, we'll lift it once again. 3-8 to 3-6. An absolutely pulsating evening of hurling here in Páirc Uí Chaoimh. The pitch holding up so well, but that was a goal The goal scored in this game, I keep saying, out of such a high standard is unreal. Anto Lesh the puck out, driving it out to midfield. Is there a breaking ball there? There is a breaking ball. Who's going to get on the end of it? Is it going to be the young man or will it be Seamus Toomey the Ferrymore? Toomey gives it and running across there to take it, and he took it with great skill indeed. And driving forward is Timmy Lorden. To the Hayes man underneath it. Can he get it further inside? Mickey O'Donovan is getting it as well. And running onto it there is a John Murphy. I wonder, he plays it out. And this could be Denny Toomey's swan song, and out for a wide ball. Found the Courcey Rovers men indeed. And now we'll check the scoreboard. 3-8 to 3-6. 18 minutes gone in a most enjoyable game of hurling. The puck out will be coming from the Coolbara. Got it mixed up on a few occasions, but it's Martin O'Keefe, and no doubt about who he is. Martin O'Keefe. Niall Murphy has it, driving it forward. The man who's won an intermediate medal, and Hayes, can he get it inside? There's a scrum going to develop. How do they do in scrumming situations? And driving forward, shoot Johnny Murphy. He shoots, but the goalkeeper, there's a follow-up and a puck out, and away it comes. A let-off indeed for Charleville, as Courcey Rovers on that occasion made valiant attempts to get another goal. Maybe now, who's going to get it here? There's Courcey Rovers men, but there are two Charleville men around him as it goes to the far side of the field. The game is after igniting even to a higher level than what it was earlier on, and driving forward is the man who has brother playing soccer over in the across the pond, and that was Brian Foley. But it's not Brian Foley that is about right now. There's a stalemate situation. A man with a helmet and a cap is coming out with it, and what's he wearing? He's a striped jersey, but he's robbed by a Hearn. A Hearn gives it to the full forward Mervyn Gamble, who's come out the field, and Anto will leave that one out for a wide ball, the third wide for Charleville for the second half. And that the third wide indeed coming from the Charleville men. The puck out will be coming any moment now. The scoreboard says 3-6 to 3-8 as the light dims here in Páirc Uí Chaoimh. Is there going to be another change, I wonder, made? The chairman down there, we'll tell you about all of those later on, but here we're watching Charleville set up another attack, 2 points between the sides. Now they're going to come back into it. Can they keep it in play? They do keep it in play, and they send it up there, and the man Gamble has it again. Mervyn Gamble is moving forward. This time he could shoot, and this time he's inside. This time he does shoot, and a mighty save from a great goalie up there. And the great goalie is none other than Anto Hegarty, and I'm sure the save going out for a 65, and now we'll watch how the 65 could sail. Well, where is it going to sail? Over the bar, or to the left or the right of the post? If you're from Charleville or up in North Cork, you want to sail between them. Well, if you're down the southeast way, and if you've got any sense of fair play, you'll want to see it sail to the left or to the right. There are switches in the Charleville defence as they come to terms with the Courcey Rovers attacking formation. But it's about Charleville right now, and it's 3-8 to 3-6, 2 between them. The clock says 20. The striker is the man who's sent right now one's over the bar, and he does it again. He sent the 65 to add his array of scores, where he has scored 2-4 for this evening's pro. 3-4 out of 3-7, a single point between them. Well, could it be closer? No, my friends, the long puck out again from Anto. The ball is caught superbly by Alan O'Connor, but he doesn't hold on to it. It's gone down into Johnny Murphy's corner, I'm sure. Johnny Murphy driving this one inside. The goalkeeper will let it drop for a wide ball, and is there a chance gonna begging? Now, it's very hard to use terms like chances gonna begging, because both sides have given their might and main for this one. The sub that's still warming up down there underneath us for the Courcey Rovers men, and they're just making sure that everything is okay before they introduce anybody to the attack. And now it's Charleville though that have the puck out, and they go in search of another score. Could be the equalising one, or it could be the lead score, who knows. But gone back there to take it is Brian Hayes of Castle Park, and Brian Hayes has found the free out to the men of Courceys. Now they decide that they have time to bring on, and I think the player that's coming on, it would appear to be John Murphy, I think, is coming on to the Courcey Rovers. Dennis Toomey has to make way for the moment. The team captain, he shakes hands with the coach. He is the gentleman of the highest order. The puck out coming from Anto Hegarty. Right up the field it goes. And the Courcey Rovers men, can they come in and effort to get another score, driving forward there. The man who came on as a sub just a second ago, and into the full forward line where it comes to Brian Hayes, and Brian Hayes tried to get it out. I thought he was fouled. The referee says he wasn't. There's still a point between them as Courcey Rovers bid to hold out to win a championship for the first time in their history. That is the Junior A Championship. They've been at the well 4 or 5 times in the past, but they ain't never filled the bucket, as it said. And now driving forward at the and a free end there, and I'm sure that will mean coming out from corner forward will be the man John Quinlan. The free now to be taken in, and standing over it as we watch him to tie the sides level on 23. There'd be 7 minutes left. It's the time to win it and the time to lose it after this. If this one is put over the bar by John Quinlan, and John Quinlan does put it wide ball, and now will that be the one to keep Courceys in a game, I wonder, or can coming from Anto de Coulbora, driving just beyond the 65-metre line, but this time Courcey surely there with a foul there, referee. We saw the jersey being tugged, the fear of Seamus Hayes. It's gone out over the line, and it's going to be a line ball to the men of Courceys. 6 minutes left now. John O'Brien, the team coach, the selectors, none other than Kevin Hannon and Chris Cochran, the club chairman. The club chairman, just driving forward here, I was going to tell you about the club chairman, and I was looking down to see something else. Can Brian Hayes from Castle Park get this one? They say this man is a talkative gentleman. Well, he's let his boot and Hurley do the talking right now, and coming on over there. Can Courceys, and they lose it temporarily, and these trying to set up a score as May O'Connor gives it out towards Foley, I think it is, and it comes now towards this man Martin Ahern, and Martin Ahern has the sliotar taken over from him, driving forward. Now who's going to get it, I wonder? Niall Murphy's underneath it. Niall Murphy can't get it on this occasion. He can't get everything, but he made sure that he got it for the band. Davy Hayes from the send it up the field to Johnny Murphy. This man has a burst of speed that's awesome if he got going. John Murphy, now he's overcarried. Well, I won't say he's overcarried, doesn't matter goddamn how he carries it. He's in the end of this man, and he strikes, and is it over the bar? I wonder if it is over the bar from the man John Murphy that came on as a sub, and I'm not 100% sure, ladies and gentlemen, who this man is, but maybe before this night is out, I get a chance to meet him and find out all about his pedigree. It's 3-9 to 3-7. Getting that one over the bar to make it a 2-point game, and certainly the puck out on his way. I go to Dick Matthews, my co-commentator for this particular special video, if you're a Courcey Rovers person, and of course driving the ball going out over the line, another line ball to Courceys. 5 minutes to go to the full-time whistle. Carl McAllister is asked the time by Tomas Fitzgibbon. Well, Tom, my friend, we can tell you, Chris Cochran is out there, hands on those special hips as he surveys the scene there that is in front of him. Well, the only scene that matters is the score, Chris, and you may be happy enough with that. The ball coming towards this young man indeed, Davy Hayes. Davy Hayes lobs it up in the air. It is going to break. The brother has it inside. The brother, and well, there's so much of the history of the GA about brothers, but the ball is breaking to a fella called Noel O'Keefe. He's got a brother playing as well, but he hasn't got a Courcey Rovers jersey on him. This man that has it though, running forward here, and he just leaves it behind at the final time of asking, and the man that gets it out. Oh yes indeed, John O'Donoghue gets it forward, and can the Courcey Rovers moving forward, and the stick has moved forward, and the Charleville men have it, and they have it in the person of Tomas Fitzgibbon. Fitzgibbon looks up, he will see that his side are down by 2. The clock will say that there are 4 minutes left, but is there injury time, I wonder? And was there a little bit of pushing there? Well, certainly the sliotar has got out, and it's very close to the end line. It's kept in play by Gamble across the goal. This could be danger. It is danger, and the shot on here, and oh good God almighty, to the head. Well, let me tell you, there is somebody special in heaven looking after the Anto today, no doubt in the world about that, because the save has been absolutely top class. 3 of them he has done, and now can they survive, or will there be another onslaught and another time to call from above to keep them out? this time over there, and it's got by Courcey Rovers, and they come forward. I think it's Vincent Hurley. To know something light fading, I haven't a clue. But driving forward is Davy Murphy. David Murphy hops the ball. Davy, this is Parky Keefe, my friend, not the sand dunes in Garristown. As the ball slips on the turf and the ball comes away with Noel O'Keefe. Noel O'Keefe over there, sending it inside, and where's it gone? Out wide, and that umpire up there entertains me no end. A wide ball. Anto, my friend, I don't know what the Irish was like with you, but I'll just say, Tug Buggy, my friend, Tug Buggy, and no made of one, Ella. There are 27 minutes and 52 seconds gone. Is it going to be the great hour for Courcey? Their chairman is Raymond Maloney, the vice chairman is Sean Murphy, the secretary, a lady called Noreen Quinn, the treasurer is Anne Cochran, assistant secretary Margaret O'Brien, the lotto organiser, which is so important, Margaret Callahan. There are hundreds and well, maybe hundreds will be pushing inside. Now Gamble is coming through. Mervyn Gamble, don't let him in, nail him, whatever happens. And the ball inside, Anto's out, and the slitter's out once again. It's Johnny Donohoe, and Johnny Donohoe gets it out. I know Paddy is looking down from above, and certainly from above he is. It's now the Courcey Rovers, and they try and defend. And the man has no hurley, he is not his arm light, he's been decommissioned, but he's getting away with it. And coming forward is Vincey Hurley, and Vincey Hurley drives it with all the might and main. Up the field it goes. His father Liam played in the 60s and 70s. As now it's a free out to Courceys, or a free out to Charleville. 29 minutes gone. Is it going to be a day when Courcey Rovers will win their first championship, or will it be added to those sad statistics of 97 and 99? Let's think positive as they move forward. They Courcey Rovers. They're the Courcey Rovers man underneath it, don't hand it on the turf, and running onto it there is Brian Foley. What a man he's given to his side. But running, I think that's the head of it, Castle Park Hayes, that has it. Brian Hayes, did he get it out? It's gone out over the line. It's a line ball. Time to defend again. Time to ring up above to make sure they're all on guard over there. The line ball, Peter Hogan getting ready to indicate exactly where it is. Darkness is descending. We'll check with the watch, and the watch on the hand says the 4:15. The watch, that the only one that matters. There's dangerous looking one inside. Can he be kept out? Why is there more men back defending, I wonder? John O'Brien is the team coach, and he knows about it. Sean and Blocky, two great characters, as there's a stalemate situation over there. And the referee indicating there's going to be a 65. By the time the slitter will arrive, the 30 minutes have elapsed. What is he going to do? Will he go for the 65? But what will the referee do after that? Peter Hogan is out. I see here David Hayes is going back. Other men, Vincent Donovan is down here, Jamie Hayes, Liam Toomey, Sean Hayes, Donald Crowley, Kevin Murphy, Killian Maloney and Donald Toomey, and of course none other than Brian Downing. They were all involved in this particular epic battle. I don't know yet what way it is going to go, where the cup is going tonight. Is it going up the road to North Cork, or will it come down to Ballinspittle and Ballinadee? Certainly we'll visit the grotto if it gets down there. 3-9 to 3-7. 30 minutes and 37 seconds gone. Is he going to drop it around the house? He ain't too sure what he's going to do about it. He's dropping it around the house. And goes underneath it. And oh good. To know something, I'm afraid to open my trap anymore. I thought it was after dropping in, but it would be so terribly unfair. And away they come, Courceys. Any goddamn hope left that you could put that long whistle into your mouth and let one more lash of air out of it. And only on. This is the man I don't know, but I'll meet him later on. Oh, it's the slitter left behind. And is it they tell me that they're after seeing that his God, dangerous times, as we live in dangerous times all over the world. Driving forward once again, they're Charleville. Can they keep it out, I wonder? Out over the line for touch, we'll take a throw in. Can he be kept in play as the man that has it? And if he was Davy Murphy! Courcey Rovers Junior A hurling champions, 3-9 to 3-7. A day for a great, great team. What a day it was for them. They were there in 97, they lost. In 99, they lost. But when they won today, they won in incredible style. What a day. 3-9 to 3-7.
Well done.
Erson Costa Kunde Corky. Dúis bhfuilm cogádacha sa hórtan gáiran a seachtan cléthe óntaach a dim réidir in óh. De bhí an bú ag fána na Courcecha agus inis tá sé me fabléad an codan a bhrunna an captéin donna có túma.
I can hear, look, a Cardigalir, our son, Fanana Courcecha, Bavalum and Current Glocka. Bavalum Wake for Gwal, Le Fern Rarlork, Morgan on Cleha on a sport duel, a Hutchin done enough. On behalf of Courceys junior hurling team, it gives me great pleasure to accept this cup here today. Ever since the teams of Ballinspittle and Ballindee amalgamated in 1947 to form Courcey Rovers GA team, they've been striving to win this competition. We've come very close on a number of occasions. We've faltered at the final hurl on four previous occasions. And thankfully today, the goods have been delivered. Courcey Rovers has always been a very proud club, and I think the victory today will justify me giving a bit of respect in the Cork County hurling scene. There are many people who need to be thanked and congratulated for helping us in today's victory. First and foremost, I would like to thank our coach, Shawnee O'Brien from Middleton. When Shawnee O'Brien turned up for our first training session last spring, he said his objective was to win. He said that he didn't have to make friends with the people involved. His main objective was to win. His objectives has been achieved, and I think despite his initial intentions, he has made many, many friends throughout Courceys. In addition to Shawnee's great on the ball work on the field, his great strengths are lending confidence and motivation for the building of Courceys' team. And without his help, this victory wouldn't have been achieved today. I would like to thank our three selectors, Chris Cochran, John Blocky Bryan, and Kevin Hannon. When they were given the job at the start of the year, they stuck to their guns in a very professional manner throughout the year. I know it's been a labour of love for them, and they've made many shrewd moves throughout the year, and I know that they will enjoy this victory just as much as the players. I think it would be amiss of me not to mention the contribution of some of the other people that have closely been associated with the team over the last few years. These include selectors Neely Collins, Peter Donovan, Shawnee and coaches Shawnee Reardon and Kevin Cahill. I would like to particularly thank the team for the tremendous commitment they've given since the start of the year. But in particular, I would like to thank the many subs that formed a part of this panel who were unfortunate enough not to get a run out in the championship throughout the year. I think it's a very good characteristic and a very unselfish characteristic for them to pursue this ambition to the end. And to the lads in the full panel, I'm accepting this cup. I'd like to thank our team doctor, Liam Coughlin, to the many people who helped in the maintenance of the grounds, in particular John Quinn and Garrod Quinn, and the people who helped in the maintenance and the building of our new club facility in Ballinspittle, in particular Donald Quinn. In some parts of the country, they have the three Nualas for entertainment. Down around Courceys Way, we have the three Margarets to keep us entertained. Margaret O'Brien, Margaret Callan and Margaret Hannon. And in addition to the entertainment, they have been providing us with plenty of tea and creamy buns up for the last few months. I would like to thank our club sponsor, Fleur Griffin, who has been a very loyal supporter for us, or at least for over a decade. And I was listening to the radio yesterday and I heard there's a relocation sale in Bandon during the week, so people might be aware of that. 2001 will go down as a historic year in the annals of Courceys Rovers GA Club, and it will want to be remembered for a lot of reasons. Unfortunately, 2001 will want to be forgot as well by many people in the parish because of the many tragedies and sad occasions that have happened throughout the year. I think that while the players and the team and the people of Courceys can justifiably celebrate this evening, maybe whether it's not tonight or sometime over the next few days, just in a quiet moment and think about the many friends that are absent from here today. Finally, I would like to pay tribute to a fantastic Charleville team. They served up a brilliant match today. They had us on the rack for a good while. We have been out in that situation for a number of times. It's very difficult, but you definitely have the ability, whether the strength and character is there when the club are not, to take you forward. I'm sure it is. It's a very good team. On behalf of Courcey Rovers, I would like to give 3 cheers for the Charleville team. Hip hip! Hip hip! Hip hip!
Just on behalf of TSB Bank, the sponsors of the Junior Championship, undoubtedly it's a great day for Courceys, and in the final couple of minutes, one man kept Courceys from defeat today, and that's the Coolborough. He's selected as man of the match, Anto Haggerty. Anto, come up here. Anto.
Does his sister know what's wrong with the You have to make a speech now.
Right.
Good on, Leith.
I don't believe in man of the match awards anyway, but it's 15. It took 15, 20 of us today. We've been down training all year. There's 28, 29 fellas every night down in training, and I think a man of the match award I could give it to everyone else. It's been a tough year for Courceys Parish, and I think today the people that were missing from us today, they're all here with us, and today is for all those people. Thanks.
stuff.
Orly, I came back without the mercy. And we were told we don't do that. Welcome back. And then behind